Hello there YouTube, this is TechnoWiz123, and today I'm going to be showing you how to revive an old PC. So first, to do this we're going to need to install Windows 10, and on this PC we already have Windows 10 installed. And then we're going to have to back up all the files that you have on the PC. So we're going to go down here to the File Explorer, or you can go to the bottom left hand corner and click on this Documents button. It'll also bring you to the Explorer. We'll go ahead and click on this PC, and we'll navigate to the C drive, the users folder, and then in this case the user is Winston Peterson. We'll go ahead and right click and click on copy, and I have this external drive here. I'm going to go ahead and make a new folder by right clicking and going over to new, making a new folder, and then I'll go ahead and paste that folder. Administrator privileges to copy everything in the folder. Oh, I will just go ahead and do that. So while that is backing up, I'm going to go ahead and grab a flash drive. I believe it needs to be 8 gigabytes or higher, so you can navigate to Windows 10 on Microsoft's website. Alright, so here I'm going to show you how you can download Windows 10 and put it on an external flash drive. So you're going to just go ahead and type download Windows 10 into Google, and it should come up with download Windows 10 disk image Microsoft.com. We're going to go ahead and create Windows 10 installation media. We're going to download tool now. You will need a flash drive that is larger than 8 gigabytes, and I'm going to go ahead and open that and run. This is just giving it administrative privileges, and it'll pop up to its box getting a few things ready. While we wait, we can go ahead and go to File Explorer and this PC, and we'll be able to see I've already created this disk, but it'll be named whatever you have it named, and then it'll show us drive letter E, or drive letter E. We will need that here in a moment, and we will go ahead and click accept to the terms and agreements, and we are going to go ahead and click on create installation media. And we know the other PC is 64-bit, otherwise you could select 32-bit if it is a x64/32-bit architecture that you need. And Windows 10, it'll install all Windows 10 editions, so you can choose Windows 10 Home, Home Premium, Pro, or Enterprise when you go ahead and run the installation. In this case, we will just be using Windows 10 Home, and we'll make sure it's on USB flash drive, and we'll click next. And drive letter E was the one that we chose, and we will go ahead and click next. At this point, it'll erase everything on your flash drive, so prior to this you will want to make sure you have everything on your flash drive backed up somewhere. And since I've already gone ahead and made the media, I will go ahead and show you what it'll look like. So this will be what your flash drive will have after it has Windows 10 installed as a bootable disk. So once you go ahead and insert this into a PC, you'll be able to use this to install Windows 10. I'll show you that now. Alright, we are nearing the end here of our transfer. So we're just going to do a quick check of the programs. And it looks like we have Google Chrome, Acrobat Reader DC, looks like we have the Microsoft 365, and that's it. So we're going to go ahead and shut this PC down. We're going to unplug our backup drive, and we're going to make sure all other USB devices are unplugged so they don't interfere with our Windows 10 USB. I'm going to unplug the machine, and I'm going to flip it around to the back here. This machine originally came with a hard drive, which is why it's so slow. So we're just going to go ahead and get into the back of the computer here. On the back of this laptop, it is just the whole entire back cover unveils where you change your RAM and your hard drive. If you can see this, it says ODD, HDD, and memory. So I'm just going to go ahead and slide this cover off, which will reveal our hard drive right here in the middle. There might be a couple more screws, as in this case. So I'm just going to go ahead and unscrew them, and we are just going to set these aside with the other screw from the back cover. We're going to go ahead and lift that out. There's only one plug in this hard drive, and it's your SATA 3 and your power. So we're going to go ahead and take the screws off of this hard drive cage so we can put our solid state in. And we're going to go ahead and take the hard drive out of the tray here. Looks like this was a Samsung 500 gigabyte hard drive. We're going to go ahead and set that aside. And then I've gotten a solid state drive here. You want to make sure you keep in mind where your SATA and your power connected in, just like that. And you're going to want to mirror that on your hard drive cage. Just put it in the exact same position that your old hard drive was in. And we're going to go ahead and screw in the solid state. So we're going to go ahead and plug in our solid state here, making sure not to touch the gold contact pins. And we're just going to set it back right where it was. And we're going to screw it back in. Alright, now that that is in, we're going to go ahead and slide the back cover back on and screw it back in. Alright. Flip the machine back over, plug in our power cable, and we are going to get that flash drive that we have Windows 10 on. Alright, so in this case, once we plug in the flash drive, we're going to open up the laptop, and we're going to click the F10 key. Other PCs might be F11 or F12. You have to Google your PC manufacturer and see which boot menu key corresponds with that brand. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and make sure that it's United States English, United States, yep. And we're going to click Next, and we're going to click on Install Now. And the reason that we installed Windows 10 prior to putting in the solid state is that Windows 10 uses a different variation of a key. They don't have a physical printed key anywhere, it's all a digital key inside of this machine. So when you go ahead and upgrade to Windows 10, you don't have to find your product key, write down a product key or anything. We will just scroll down here and click I don't have a product key, and whenever it connects to the internet for the first time, it will activate it. And it was Windows 10 Home before, and 64-bit, so we will go ahead and click Next. After verifying the addition was Windows 10 Home, and I accept the terms and agreements, and you're going to go ahead and click on Custom Install. And as you'll see, Drive 0 is the new solid state we have in there. It was 128 gigabytes. So we will go ahead and click on Next, and it will go ahead and copy over Windows 10. And this process shouldn't take too long. I believe using an SSD, the longest time it's taken me is about 15 minutes. Alright, so at this point, it'll say Windows needs to restart. And we will go ahead and click restart now, and we will remove the flash drive so that it doesn't boot to the flash drive and that it continues to install Windows 10 using what the files that it has installed into the solid state just now. And getting devices ready. I believe it'll restart one more time.
Hi there, I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help. A little sign in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC ready for all you plan to do. Use your voice or the keyboard along the way, and if you'd like me to stay quiet, just select the little microphone icon towards the bottom of your screen.
Okay, so I'm just going to do that for my sake. At the bottom left there's a little microphone. I just go ahead and tap on that. And it's going to make sure that our region is correct. And the right keyboard layout. And you can connect to your Wi-Fi now, but I will be doing that later once we boot up into the operating system. I will have him create his password again. Personally, I do not use Cortana. I know he did not also, so I am just going to turn off Cortana. And I'm just going to turn off all of these diagnostic data and location preferences. And I'm going to go ahead and click accept. And now that we don't have any interference on restarts, I'm going to go ahead and plug in his mouse adapter again. And I'm going to grab the backup drive again, so that we can transfer the files back to the PC once we get booted up here. Alright, and now that we are booted into our operating system here, I'm going to do a few things. And the first of that is I'm going to sign into the Wi-Fi. Alright, we are connected to the internet here. And I am going to remove the Microsoft Store by right-clicking and unpinning from taskbar, just because we, again, don't use it. And I'm going to navigate to ninite.com. And this is a nice, easy way to install your programs quickly. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. And he uses Chrome, so I'm going to go ahead and install Chrome. And he's got Office 365, so I will not be installing any document readers. The PC comes with the Security Essentials with Windows 10, but I am also going to install Malwarebytes. He has iTunes on his desktop, so I will not be installing that, but that's also a popular install. VLC Media Player, just in case he comes into needing a video player. And I believe that's all we're going to install on this work PC. And we're going to go ahead and click on Get Your Ninite. And we are going to run that. And we will click Yes to allow it to install Chrome, 7-zip, VLC, and Malwarebytes. Now, I'm going to grab the backup drive. And we're going to just plug that into USB here. Make sure to plug it into your fastest USB port. In my case, it's USB 3 on this computer. And I'm going to navigate here to the C drive. and the users folder, and Winston P. And also to this PC, and to the external backup. And I'm going to go ahead and grab everything out of that folder, and I'm going to cut out of that folder so that I no longer have his information, and I'm going to paste. So we'll let it do its job there. You can already tell how much speedier this computer is just at opening things and closing. And we're going to go here to settings. And I'm going to scroll down to updates and security. After you install an operating system, you'll most likely have updates. And it's installing its display driver. That is totally fine. Here's the updates that it's going to be downloading. Definition update for Windows Defender, Windows 10 update, Windows malicious software removal tool, security threats for October, Adobe Flash Player, the Logitech USB input device, which was his keyboard and mouse, a Windows 10 update, Adobe Flash, and Realtek Semiconductor Corporation for the audio drivers. And it looks like Night has finished installing Chrome 7-zip VLC and Malwarebytes. And I know he uses Chrome, so I'm going to go ahead and right-click and unpin Microsoft Edge. I'm going to go ahead and right-click on Google Chrome here on the desktop, and I'm going to pin to taskbar. And we're going to place it right in the spot where Microsoft Edge was, and I'm going to go ahead and open it. Go ahead and set Chrome as the default browser by navigating to Settings, Applications, and clicking on Default Apps on the left side, scrolling down to Web Browser where it says Microsoft Edge, and I'll go ahead and click that and click on to Google Chrome. Still moving the files here. Just going to go back here and make sure the updates are still downloading. And scroll down to Windows Update, pending install, and preparing to download. Alright, so it's still working here in the background. And after that, you can go ahead and do a couple of restarts, and everything should work perfectly. I'm going to just check activation, and Windows 10 is activated with the digital license. That is the reason we upgraded to Windows 10 on the old slow 5400 RPM hard drive before we upgraded to the SSD, is that Windows 10 will be activated so you won't have to install Windows 7, which might be the operating system that you have, or Windows Vista. So if you just install that Windows 10 beforehand, it'll automatically activate after it connects to the internet the first time. Alright, if you have any questions for this tutorial, go ahead and leave it in the comments below, and I hope you have a great day with your computer. Have a good one.